It is my pleasure to join you today at this important conference in financial education. Understanding the characteristics of money and financial risk is critical. Money underpins financial well-being, but also the ability of young people to resist, cope, and recover from negative global shocks that have inevitable financial consequences. National surveys consistently show that young adults are among the lowest levels of financial literacy. Youth account for nearly half of the global population. However, almost half of that population does not have a basic bank account at a formal financial institution. Not surprisingly, developing countries are the most impacted by financial exclusion. For example, in sub-Saharan Africa, young adults make up almost 40% of those that do not have bank accounts. Through the digitalization of finance, products and services are now increasingly offered through digital means. So people need to have the knowledge, skills, attitudes to be able to use them safely and not to be left behind. Young people are the most at risk. Technology development is progressively reshaping the labor market. Educational institutions and programs are not evolving fast enough to cover for this. And then 60% of young people believe that their schools have not taught them the necessary skills for the jobs of the future. And building financial and digital skills is the key life value for participating in today's society. It is also an important element for economic stability and sustainable development. We urgently need to tackle this issue with our societies and our economies by multiplying innovations and transforming our economics and financial systems to make them more inclusive. And in this realm, we at UNESCO have delivered the recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence adopted by 193 members in 2021. And this instrument highlights the transformative potential of artificial intelligence, but also its challenges. And this includes youth education. It includes for the whole population how to deal with this technology. The recommendation embodies human rights-based values and outlines actionable policies across 11 areas. And in the basis of human rights are inclusiveness, are fairness, and the financial systems need also to evolve to make sure that they cover for everybody that needs this additional support. In particular, relevant to youth is the focus on education and research, which advocates for ethical AI literacy. This not only equips the young generations with the knowledge for navigating the digital future, but also to ensure that they become ethical AI users. We need to have the ethics as a framework to make sure that we can critically use and also protect ourselves from the misuse of these technologies. And more recently, I'm glad to share with you that under the Indian presidency of the G20 Digital Economy Working Group, UNESCO, together with the Indian Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, that we know as METI, and the National Association for Software and Service Companies, the NASCOM, and also with the support of the Center for Digital Economy Policy and Research, have developed a G20 toolkit for introducing upskilling and reskilling programs in the digital age. This is an important tool to rethink the skills we need to work, to live, to thrive in a green transformation in an artificial intelligence era. UNESCO also developed a gender-based resilience framework to define and measure how societal resilience and inclusive growth can be achieved in a context of increasing global challenges and crises, particularly for women. If we have vulnerable women, our economies and societies are also going to be vulnerable. And that's why this framework identifies 3 layers of indicators which are preconditions for resilience. The results of this preliminary framework are clear. Societies cannot be resilient if women are not empowered in all sectors of life, particularly in financial education. Education, employment, health, many of these sectors that are highly connected with financial literacy. In addition, So UNESCO supports the philosophy with children that we know as P4C. There is a method, like a unique move to develop system thinking, cultural inquiry, intellectual autonomy, and ability to become resilient and prepare for future shocks based on the philosophy mindset. And finally, I want to share with you the new UNESCO Global Youth Grant Scheme and the associated multi-donor special account that I want you to invite you to chip in, because we are supporting youth-led research and youth-led action with social impact in all areas that you can imagine, on climate, on children, on migrants, on so many fields where young people are advancing their initiatives to help others. Our grant schemes offers an accessible framework for young people not only to advance their impactful solutions for the digital and green economy, but also to concretely deliver the positive financial literacy that is essential to achieve wider policy priorities as the transitions we are experiencing. So we support the young people by providing with financial support once we have recognized that their initiatives are top of class, but then we also accompany them with the managerial skills, with the financial skills that are so necessary. And to this end, collaboration with the relevant stakeholders is key. Governments, industry, academia, experts, and young community actors need to fit together to equip young people with skills that will enable them to control their future and create wider scale economic progress and social impact. Count on UNESCO on all these very important aspects of our agenda.